Greetings, y'all. It's Coach Veronica Marie, and I am here to talk about the difference between over explaining and thorough communication. This question was posed to me today, and I thought it would be a nice public video to make. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing to this channel and liking the video, maybe even sharing it if you find it useful. If you're looking for one-on-one coaching for emotional wellness, shadow work, and just general getting to know yourself better, you can find me on my website at veronicamarie.com. You can also pick up my recent ebook. It's called Self Intimacy, A Beginner's Guide to Self-Discovery, on my website, veronicamarie.com. So let's jump right into it because I don't really like long introductions, right? So this is how I answered the question. I know that I'm over explaining when, number one, I feel contracted. I don't feel at ease. I don't feel exploratory. In some kind of way, I feel contraction within my energetic field. I know that I'm over explaining when the person I'm talking to is not capable of understanding, has repeatedly shown that they don't understand, won't understand, don't want to understand. When the person has shown me that they are not open, but I am still trying to explain. When a person tells me something like, you don't have to explain, but I want to explain. I feel that I'm over explaining. Why? Not because the information is not good or necessary, but because of, number one, how it feels. It doesn't feel like expansion and peace, and it also isn't resolving anything. And I am talking to a person who isn't even able to receive the information anyway. I know that I'm over explaining when I feel defensive. And when I say defensive, I'm not just talking about aggressive defense and anger. I'm talking about soft defense too. When I find myself explaining reasons, how do you know that you're defensive? Well, you're trying to avoid some kind of outcome, or you don't want the person to feel a particular way or see you a particular way, or you don't want to be taken to be something that you're not, or something. That's how you know you're defensive, because you're trying to convince the person to believe something or not see something, or you're trying to avoid something. I know that I am over communicating when communication is feeling frustrated and I'm giving a lot of information, but the return on that information is small. Return meaning empathy, compassion, grace, forgiveness, increased awareness, gratitude for the communication. If I'm not seeing any return on the energy I am expending in order to communicate well, then I feel in that moment it's over communicating. It's over communicating because it's not serving me. Now, if a person is understanding, receiving, open, or at least willing on some level to listen, then and if I feel expansive and not drained and such, even if I'm given the same information when as I would if in a contracted state or a defensive state, I don't feel it's over communicating. I don't think over communication has anything to do with how much information you share. I think it's over by your own standard when it's not serving you. Sometimes I have gone out of my way to explain in minute detail and depth dynamics or my experience or how I came to a thought process, and that person just was still in the same place as when we started. The information didn't enhance, improve, or anything. And so that's over communicating. And a lot of people have been told that they over communicate in the sense of they give too much information. I don't think you can ever give too much information if it's serving you. If it's not serving you, then that's when we call it over, but not because it's by someone else's assessment, but because it's simply not serving you. You're expending energy that is not to your benefit, right? And that's it. Thorough communication feels good. It feels inviting. Thorough communication feels expansive. I feel satisfied in thorough communication. I feel authentic in thorough communication because by nature I have a lot of words and I'm very aware of thought processes and dynamics that a lot of people are not aware of simply because they don't study what I study, or they don't um, do the type of work that I do, you know. So thorough communication feels good. Whenever I feel a person putting up a limit to how much I can share, either it's because they can't handle it, or they feel triggered, or they don't think it's necessary or important. If I keep going past that, that would be over communicating. But if the interaction is going well and is producing results that lead to emotional wellness, then that is thorough communication. And that's it. I've learned to gauge where people are and decide how much more, if any, I will share. If I see that they're not open, or I may throw a little something out there to see if they're going to want to talk about it, or just gauge how I feel, I will try to do that. But if I see it's not going to benefit me, I won't um, go into depth because why? Yeah. Um, so that's it. I hope this helps somebody. Again, my name is Coach Veronica Marie. You can find me on my website at veronicamarie.com. You can also connect with me on social media because I spend a lot of time there, especially on TikTok. Veronica Marie. The handle is Air and Spirit, or you can just simply search the hashtag Veronica Marie and you'll find me. All right, that's it. Have a beautiful day.